I thought he was going to kill me the night we met. Instead, he became the only man who ever made me feel safe. My ex left bruises I hid under long sleeves. But when a mafia boss saw them in a dark alley, everything changed. He carried me into his world without asking permission, and I hated him for it, until I saw the ghost of his daughter in my brother's eyes. They say love doesn't grow from violence, but ours did. It grew from blood, from bullets, and from the moment I took one meant for him. If you're watching this, subscribe and tell me, would you jump in front of a gun for someone you barely knew? Or does love really change everything that fast? The bruise on my wrist is 3 days old. I pull my sleeve down and carry the coffee pot to table 7. Refill? I ask. The man nods. He doesn't look up from his phone. I pour. My hand shakes. Coffee splashes on the saucer. Sorry, I say. He waves me off. I walk back to the counter. The diner is nearly empty. It's past midnight. Only truckers and insomniacs come in this late. Mateo sits in the corner booth. His notebook is open. He draws with his head down. His dark hair falls over his eyes. I check the clock. 12:45. My phone buzzes in my apron pocket. I pull it out. The message makes my stomach drop. You owe me. 2 days left. Vince. I delete the text. My chest tightens. I can't breathe right. Elena. I look up. My manager Frank stands behind the register. His face is tired. You okay? He asks. Fine, I say. My voice was steady. That's something. Go on break, Frank says. You look like hell. I nod. I walk to Mateo's booth and slide in across from him. He glances up. His brown eyes are soft. He smiles just a little. 5 more minutes, I say. Then we go home. He nods. He goes back to his drawing. I watch him work. He draws a house, a tree, a dog. Things we don't have. My phone buzzes again. I don't look at it. The bell above the door chimes. Cold air rushes in. I glance up. 2 men walk inside. They wear dark suits. Their shoes are polished. One of them scans the room. His eyes stop on me. Something shifted in his expression. I look away. My heart pounds. They sit at the counter. Frank walks over. They order coffee. I stay in the booth. I don't move. Mateo finishes his drawing. He pushes it toward me. It's us. 2 stick figures holding hands. It's perfect, I say. He smiles. His face lights up. Let's go, I say. I stand. I take Mateo's hand. We walk toward the door. Elena. Frank calls my name. I stop. Your tips, he says. I walk back. He hands me a small stack of bills. Thanks, I say. The 2 men at the counter don't look at me, but I feel their eyes. I leave fast. Mateo follows. The street is dark. The streetlights flicker. Half of them are broken. I hold Mateo's hand tight. We walk toward our apartment. It's 6 blocks away. The wind cuts through my jacket. I zip it higher. Footsteps echo behind us. I don't turn around. I walk faster. Elena. The voice is familiar. My blood goes cold. I stop. I turn around. Vince stands under a broken streetlight. His face is hard. His jaw is tight. Keep walking, Mateo, I say. Mateo doesn't move. His hand grips mine. I said walk, I say. He shakes his head. Tears fill his eyes. Go, I say. Now. He lets go. He runs down the sidewalk. He stops at the corner. He looks back. You've been ignoring my calls, Vince says. He walks closer. His hands are in his pockets. I don't have the money, I say. That's not my problem, Vince says. His voice was cold. I need more time, I say. You've had time, Vince says. He's close now. Too close. I can see the scar on his cheek, the one I gave him. 2 days, he says. Or I take what you owe me another way. His eyes drop to Mateo. My stomach turns. Don't, I say. My voice was shaking. Then pay me, Vince says. He grabs my wrist, the one with the bruise. I gasp. Pain shoots up my arm. Let go, I say. He squeezes harder. His fingers dig in. You think you can run from me? Vince asks. You think you're safe? Please, I say. He laughs. The sound is sharp. Headlights flood the alley. A car turns the corner. Black. Expensive. The engine purrs. Vince lets go. He steps back. The car stops. The driver's door opens. A man steps out. He's tall. His suit is perfect. His hair is dark, slicked back. His face is sharp, cold. He looks at Vince, then at me. His eyes found mine. Something shifted in his expression. "There a problem here?" the man asks. His voice was low, controlled. "No problem," Vince says. "Looks like a problem," the man says. He walks forward. His steps are slow, deliberate. Vince's jaw tightens. He glances at me, then back at the man. "We're done here," Vince says. "No," the man says. "We're not." He stops in front of Vince. They're the same height, but the man's presence is bigger, heavier. "Walk away," the man says. Vince hesitates. His hands curl into fists. "Now," the man says. Vince backs up. He glares at me. "This isn't over," Vince says. He turns. He walks away. His footsteps fade into the dark. I stand frozen. My legs won't move. The man turns to me. His eyes are dark, almost black. "You're bleeding," he says. I look down. My wrist is red. A thin line of blood runs down my palm. "I'm fine," I say. "You're not," he says. He walks closer. I step back. "Don't," I say. He stops. His eyes scan my face, my arms. He sees the bruises. His jaw tightens. His hands curl into fists. "Who did this to you?" he asks. His voice was quiet, but there was something underneath, something dangerous. "No one," I say. "Don't lie," he says. "I don't know you," I say. "That doesn't matter," he says. He looks past me, at Mateo. Mateo stands at the corner. His eyes are wide. "That your brother?" the man asks. I don't answer. "Get in the car," he says. "What?" I ask. "Get in the car," he says again. "No," I say. He steps closer. I flinch. He stops. "I'm not going to hurt you," he says. His voice was softer, but still firm. "I don't know you," I say again. "My name is Luca," he says. "And you're not safe here." "I'm fine," I say. "You're bleeding," he says. "You're shaking. And that man will come back." I swallow. My throat is tight. "I can take care of myself," I say. "Clearly," Luca says. His tone is dry, almost sarcastic. I glare at him. "Get in the car," he says, "or I'll carry you." "You can't do that," I say. "Watch me," he says. He moves fast. Before I can react, he lifts me. His arms are strong, steady. "Put me down," I say. He doesn't. He carries me to the car. He opens the back door. He sets me inside. "Stay," he says. "I'm not a dog," I say. He almost smiles. Almost. He walks to Mateo. He kneels down. He says something I can't hear. Mateo nods. He takes Luca's hand. They walk back together. Luca opens the other door. Mateo climbs in beside me. Luca gets in the driver's seat. He starts the engine. "Where are you taking us?" I ask. "Somewhere safe," he says. "That's not an answer," I say. He doesn't respond. He drives. I hold Mateo's hand. His fingers are cold. He leans against me. The city blurs outside the window. Lights. Buildings. People. I don't know this man. I don't trust him. But I don't trust Vince either. Elena felt trapped. The car turns onto a wide street. The buildings change. Bigger. Cleaner. This isn't my neighborhood. "Where are we?" I ask. Luca doesn't answer. He drives through a gate. It opens automatically. A mansion appears. White stone, tall windows, gardens on either side. My breath caught. "What is this?" I ask. "My home," Luca says. He parks in front of the entrance. He gets out. He opens my door. "Come on," he says. I don't move. "I want to go home," I say. "You will," he says. "After you're treated." "Treated?" I ask. He points at my wrist. The blood has dried, but the cut is still open. "I'm fine," I say. "You keep saying that," Luca says. "But you're not." Mateo climbs out. He looks up at the mansion. His eyes are wide. I get out. I don't have a choice. Luca leads us inside. The entrance is massive. Marble floors, a chandelier, paintings on the walls. A woman appears. She's older. Her hair is gray. She wears an apron. "Rosa," Luca says. "This is Elena and Mateo." Rosa smiles. Her face is warm. "Come," she says. "I'll get you cleaned up." She takes my hand. Her touch is gentle. She leads me down a hallway. I glance back. Luca watches me. His eyes are dark, unreadable. Rosa brings me to a bedroom. It's bigger than my apartment. The bed is huge. White sheets, soft pillows. Sit, she says. I sit on the edge of the bed. She disappears into the bathroom. She comes back with a first aid kit. She kneels in front of me. She takes my wrist. She cleans the cut. Who are you? I ask. I work for Mr. Moretti, she says. Luca? I ask. She nods. What does he do? I ask. Rosa pauses. She doesn't look at me. He helps people, she says. That's not an answer, I say. She wraps my wrist in a bandage. She pats my hand. You're safe here, she says. I don't feel safe, I say. You will, she says. She stands. She walks to the door. Where's Matteo? I ask. With Mr. Moretti, she says. My stomach drops. Bring him here, I say. He's fine, Rosa says. Mr. Moretti is very kind to children. She leaves. The door closes. I stand. I walk to the window. The gardens are lit. Fountains, stone paths, everything is perfect. Too perfect. I hear voices in the hallway. I open the door. Luca stands with Matteo. Matteo is eating a cookie. He smiles. Matteo? I say. He runs to me. I hug him tight. You're okay? I ask. He nods. He holds up the cookie. He's fine, Luca says. I look at him. He leans against the wall. His arms are crossed. Why are we here? I ask. Because you're hurt, he says. I've been hurt before, I say. His jaw tightens. Not on my watch, he says. I'm not your responsibility, I say. You are now, he says. Why? I ask. He doesn't answer. He pushes off the wall. He walks closer. Get some sleep, he says. We'll talk in the morning. I want to leave, I say. No, he says. You can't keep me here, I say. Watch me, he says. He turns. He walks away. I stand in the doorway. My hands shake. Matteo tugs my sleeve. He points at the bed. You want to sleep? I ask. He nods. I close the door. I lock it. We lie down together. Matteo curls against me. His breathing slows. I stare at the ceiling. My mind races. Who is Luca Moretti? Why did he help me? What does he want? Elena felt scared. I close my eyes, but I don't sleep. Morning light fills the room. I wake to voices outside the door. I sit up. Matteo is still asleep. I walk to the door. I unlock it. I open it slowly. Rosa stands in the hallway. She holds a tray. Breakfast, she says. I'm not hungry, I say. You should eat, she says. She walks past me. She sets the tray on the table by the window. Mr. Moretti would like to see you, Rosa says. I want to go home, I say. He knows, she says. But first, you talk. She leaves. The door stays open. I look at Matteo. He's still asleep. I don't want to wake him. I walk down the hallway. I follow the voices. I find Luca in a large room. A study. Dark wood. Leather chairs. Bookshelves on every wall. He stands by the window. A phone is pressed to his ear. Handle it, he says. I don't care how. He hangs up. He turns. He sees me. Sit, he says. I'd rather stand, I say. Suit yourself, he says. He walks to the desk. He leans against it. Your ex, he says. Vince, tell me about him. Why? I ask. Because I need to know who I'm dealing with, he says. You're not dealing with anyone, I say. This isn't your problem. It is now, he says. His voice was firm. I didn't ask for your help, I say. You didn't have to, he says. Why do you care? I ask. He's quiet for a moment. His eyes found mine. Because I saw your bruises, he says. And I don't tolerate that. You don't even know me, I say. I know enough, he says. The silence stretched. Vince works for someone, Luca says. Who? I don't know, I say. You're lying, he says. I'm not, I say. He stares at me. His eyes are dark, unblinking. He wants money, I say. I borrowed it. I couldn't pay him back. How much? Luca asks. 5,000, I say. He laughs. The sound is sharp. That's it? He asks. That's everything to me, I say. His smile fades. He nods. I'll take care of it, he says. No, I say. I'll handle it. You can't, he says. You don't know that, I say. I do, he says. Because men target weakness. And you're alone. I'm not alone, I say. I have Mateo. A 7-year-old, Luca says. That's not protection. He's my brother, I say. My voice was sharp. I know, Luca says. And that's why you'll let me help. I don't need your help, I say. You do, he says. He walks toward me. I step back. My shoulders hit the wall. He stops in front of me. He's close. Too close. You're scared, he says. I'm not, I say. You are, he says. And that's okay. But you don't have to be anymore. His voice was softer, almost gentle. I don't know you, I say. You will, he says. He steps back. He walks to the door. Stay here today, he says. Rest. Tomorrow I'll take you home. Why not today? I ask. He doesn't answer. He leaves. I stand alone in the study. My chest tightens. I don't trust him, but I don't have another choice. The day passes slowly. Rosa brings lunch, then dinner. Mateo explores the house. He finds the garden. He draws pictures of the flowers. I stay in the bedroom. I watch the door. Night falls. The house is quiet. I hear footsteps in the hallway. They stop outside my door. I hold my breath. The footsteps fade. The house is silent again. I lie down. Mateo sleeps beside me. I close my eyes. But I don't feel safe. Elena felt trapped. The next morning, Luca is waiting in the entrance hall. He wears a dark suit. His hair is perfect. Ready? He asks. Yes, I say. Mateo stands beside me. He holds my hand. Luca opens the door. A car is parked outside. Black. The same one from last night. We get in. Luca drives. The city comes back into view. Familiar streets. Broken sidewalks. My neighborhood. He stops in front of my apartment building. This is it? He asks. Yes, I say. He looks at the building. His jaw tightens. You can't stay here, he says. I live here, I say. Not anymore, he says. Excuse me? I ask. It's not safe, he says. It's my home, I say. It's a target, he says. He gets out. He opens my door. Come on, he says. I don't move. Elena? He says. Get out of the car. I get out. Mateo follows. Luca walks to the entrance. He waits. I unlock the door. We go inside. The hallway smells like mold. The stairs creak. My apartment is on the 3rd floor. I unlock the door. I step inside. The apartment is small. 1 bedroom, a tiny kitchen, a couch that folds into a bed. Luca stands in the doorway. He looks around. His face is hard. You live here, he says. It's not a question. Yes, I say. With your brother, he says. Yes, I say. He walks to the window. He looks out, then back at me. Pack your things, he says. What? I ask. You're coming back with me, he says. No, I say. Yes, he says. You can't just. I can, he says. And I will. This is my life, I say. This isn't a life, he says. This is survival. His voice was hard, but there was something underneath, something almost sad. I don't want your help, I say. I don't care, he says. He walks to the door. He stops. Pack your things, he says again, or I'll do it for you. He leaves. The door closes. I stand frozen. My hands shake. Mateo looks up at me. His eyes are wide. It's okay, I say, but it's not. I walk to the window. I look down. Luca stands by the car. He's on the phone. His face is hard. I feel something tighten in my chest. He's not giving me a choice. Elena felt angry. I start packing. I stuff clothes into a duffel bag. My hands move fast. Angry. Mateo watches from the couch. He doesn't understand. How could he? I grab his backpack. I fill it with his notebooks, his pencils, the stuffed bear he's had since he was 3. We'll come back, I say. But I don't believe it. I zip the bags. I look around. This apartment is falling apart. But it's ours. Was ours. I pick up the bags. Mateo takes my hand. We go downstairs. Luca waits by the car. He takes the bags from me. He puts them in the trunk. Get in, he says. I do. I don't have a choice. The drive back is silent. Mateo falls asleep against the window. I watch the city disappear. Again. Elena felt powerless. The mansion looks different in daylight. Bigger, more intimidating. Luca parks. He gets out. He carries our bags inside. Rosa meets us in the entrance hall. She smiles at Matteo. Come, she says. I'll show you your room. Matteo looks at me. I nod. He follows Rosa up the stairs. I stand alone. Luca appears from a side hallway. Your room is ready, he says. I'm not staying, I say. You are, he says. For how long? I ask. Until it's safe, he says. When will that be? I ask. He doesn't answer. He walks past me, up the stairs. I follow. I don't know what else to do. He stops at a door. He opens it. The room is beautiful. Cream walls, a large bed, windows that overlook the garden. This is yours, he says. I don't want it, I say. Too bad, he says. He turns to leave. Wait, I say. He stops. He doesn't turn around. Why are you doing this? I ask. The silence hung. Because no one did it for me, he says. His voice was quiet, heavy. He walks away. The hallway swallows him. I stand in the doorway. My chest tightens. I don't understand him. I don't understand any of this. I go inside. I close the door. I sit on the bed. It's soft. Too soft. I lie back. I stare at the ceiling. I'm a prisoner in a palace. Days pass. I lose count. Matteo adjusts faster than I do. He explores. He draws. Rosa gives him cookies. He smiles more than he has in months. I stay in my room. I read. I watch the garden. Luca is gone most days. I hear the car leave early. It comes back late. I don't ask where he goes. I don't want to know. On the fourth day, Rosa knocks. Mr. Moretti wants you to join him for dinner, she says. Tell him I'm not hungry, I say. He insists, Rosa says. Her voice was gentle, but firm. I sigh. I get up. I follow her downstairs. To a dining room. The table is long. Dark wood. Candles flicker in the center. Luca sits at the head. He wears a white shirt. The sleeves are rolled up. I see a scar on his forearm. Sit, he says. I sit, far from him. Rosa brings food, pasta, bread, salad. It smells good, but I'm not hungry. You need to eat, Luca says. I'm fine, I say. You keep saying that, he says. Because it's true, I say. He sets down his fork. He looks at me. You've lost weight, he says. How would you know? I ask. I notice things, he says. That's creepy, I say. He almost smiles. Almost. Eat, he says. Stop telling me what to do, I say. Then stop being stubborn, he says. His voice was calm, but there was an edge. I pick up my fork. I take a bite. The pasta is good, but I don't tell him that. Where's Matteo? I ask. In the kitchen with Rosa, he says. They're making dessert. He likes her, I say. She likes him too, Luca says. The silence stretched. Why aren't you eating? I ask. He looks at his plate, then at me. I'm not hungry, he says. That's ironic, I say. Why? He asks. You dragged me down here to eat, I say. But you're not eating either. He picks up his fork. He takes a bite. His eyes found mine. Happy? He asks. No, I say. He sets the fork down. He leans back. What will make you happy? He asks. Going home, I say. You are home, he says. This isn't my home, I say. It could be, he says. I don't want it to be, I say. His jaw tightens. He stands. You're impossible, he says. So are you, I say. He walks to the door. He stops. Vince is looking for you, he says. My stomach drops. How do you know? I ask. Because I have eyes everywhere, he says. His voice was cold. What does he want? I ask. You, Luca says. But he won't get you. He leaves. The door closes. I sit alone. My hands shake. Elena felt scared. That night, I can't sleep. I walk to the window. I look out at the garden. A light is on in the study. Luca's study. I shouldn't go. But I do. I walk downstairs. The house is quiet. My footsteps echo on the marble. I stop outside the study. The door is cracked open. I hear voices. Luca's and another man's. He's asking questions, the other man says. Let him, Luca says. He knows she's here, the man says. He suspects, Luca says. He doesn't know. What if he finds out? The man asks. Then I'll handle it, Luca says. His voice was hard, Final. You're risking a lot for her, the man says. I know, Luca says. Why? The man asks. Luca doesn't answer. I hold my breath. She's nobody, the man says. She's not, Luca says. His voice was sharp. Then what is she? The man asks. Mine, Luca says. My breath caught. I step back. The floor creaks. The voices stop. The door opens. Luca stands there. His eyes find mine. How long have you been there? He asks. Not long, I say. You're lying, he says. I don't answer. A man appears behind Luca. He's older. Gray hair. Hard eyes. This her? The man asks. Rico, leave, Luca says. Rico looks at me. Then at Luca. He smirks. Good luck, he says. He walks past me. Down the hallway. He disappears. Luca steps into the hallway. He closes the door behind him. You should be sleeping, he says. I couldn't, I say. Why? He asks. Because I'm trapped here, I say. You're protected here, he says. Same thing, I say. It's not, he says. He walks closer. I don't step back. You said I'm yours, I say. His jaw tightens. You weren't supposed to hear that, he says. But I did, I say. It doesn't change anything, he says. It changes everything, I say. He's close now. Too close. I can see the scar on his cheek, the shadow under his eyes. What do you want from me? I ask. Nothing, he says. Liar, I say. Something shifted in his expression. I want you safe, he says. Why? I ask. Because I couldn't save them, he says. His voice breaks. Just a little. Who? I ask. He doesn't answer. He turns. He walks away. Luca, I say. He stops. But he doesn't turn around. Who couldn't you save? I ask. The silence stretched. My family, he says. He walks into the darkness. I hear a door close. I stand alone in the hallway. My chest tightens. Elena felt something shift. Morning comes. I find Matteo in the garden. He's drawing again. Flowers, birds, the fountain. I sit beside him. He looks up. He smiles. You okay? I ask. He nods. He goes back to his drawing. I watch him work. He looks happy, happier than he's been in years. Maybe Luca was right. Maybe we are safer here, but safety doesn't mean free. Elena, I turn. Rosa stands at the edge of the garden. Mr. Moretti would like to see you, she says. Where? I ask. His study, she says. I stand. I follow her inside. Luca waits by the window. He doesn't turn when I enter. Close the door, he says. I do. I walk closer. You wanted to see me? I ask. Sit, he says. I sit in one of the leather chairs. He finally turns. He looks tired. I need to tell you something, he says. What? I ask. He walks to the desk. He opens a drawer. He pulls out a folder. He sets it in front of me. What's this? I ask. Vince's file, he says. I open it. Papers, photos, documents. I see Vince's face, and others. Men I don't recognize. He works for the Rinaldi family, Luca says. They run half this city. And you? I ask. I run the other half, he says. My stomach drops. You're... I start. Mafia, he says. Yes. Elena felt her chest tighten. I close the folder. I stand. I need to leave, I say. No, he says. You can't keep me here, I say. I can, he says. And I will. Why? I ask. Because Vince knows you're connected to me now, Luca says. And that makes you a target. I'm not connected to you, I say. You are, he says. The moment I put you in my car, that was your choice, I say. Not mine. I know, he says. And I'm sorry. His voice was softer, almost vulnerable. You're sorry? I ask. Yes, he says. Sorry doesn't fix this, I say. I know, he says. I walk to the door. I pull it open. Elena, he says. I stop. I don't turn around. I won't let him hurt you, he says. You already have, I say. I leave. I don't look back. I avoid Luca for 3 days. I eat in my room. I stay with Matteo. I don't go near the study. On the 3rd night, I hear shouting, loud, angry. I go to the hallway. I listen. The voices come from downstairs, Luca's voice, and Rico's. She's a liability, Rico says. She's not, Luca says. She's weak, Rico says. She's strong, Luca says. You're letting her cloud your judgment, Rico says. My judgment is fine, Luca says. Is it? Rico asks. Because Rinaldi's men are asking questions. They know she's here. Let them ask, Luca says. They want a meeting, Rico says. No, Luca says. You can't refuse, Rico says. Watch me, Luca says. Something crashes. Glass breaking. You're going to get us all killed, Rico says. Then leave, Luca says. The silence stretched. I'm not leaving, Rico says. But you need to think about this. I have, Luca says. And? Rico asks. She stays, Luca says. Footsteps. A door slams. I step back. I go to my room. I lock the door. My hands shake. My chest tightens. Elena felt trapped. I'm putting everyone in danger. Matteo, Luca, Rosa, even Rico. I can't stay here. Morning comes. I make a decision. I pack a small bag, just essentials, money, clothes, Matteo's things. I wait until Luca leaves. I hear the car pull away. I go to Matteo's room. He's playing with toy cars Rosa gave him. We're leaving, I say. He looks up. His eyes are wide. Now? He asks with his hands. Yes, I say. He stands. He takes my hand. We go downstairs. Rosa is in the kitchen. I hear her humming. We slip out the front door, quietly. The gate is closed. But there's a side path. For deliveries. We take it. We walk fast. The street is empty. Morning light filters through the trees. We walk toward the bus stop. It's a mile away. My heart pounds. My breath catches. We're almost there when I hear it. The sound of an engine. I turn. A black car stops behind us. The door opens. Luca steps out. His face is hard. His jaw is tight. Where are you going? He asks. His voice was cold. Home, I say. You don't have a home, he says. Yes, I do, I say. Not anymore, he says. He walks toward us. I step back. I hold Matteo's hand tight. Don't, I say. He stops. His eyes found mine. You think running will keep you safe? He asks. It will keep you safe, I say. Something shifted in his expression. What? He asks. I heard you last night, I say. I'm putting you in danger, so I'm leaving. No, he says. Yes, I say. Elena, he says. Get in the car. No, I say. Please, he says. His voice breaks. Just a little. I stare at him. His eyes are dark, desperate. Elena felt something crack inside. Why do you care? I ask. Because I can't lose you, he says. My breath caught. You don't even know me, I say. I know enough, he says. He walks closer. He stops in front of me. I know you're scared, he says. I know you're tired. I know you've been fighting alone for too long. His voice was soft, raw. And I know that if you leave, he says, Vince will find you, and I won't be there to stop him. You can't protect me forever, I say. I can try, he says. The silence hung. Please, he says. Get in the car. I look at Matteo. He's crying. Silently. I look back at Luca. His eyes are pleading. I nod. Just once. We get in the car. Luca drives us back. The gate closes behind us, and I know I'm not leaving again. That night, Luca knocks on my door. Come in, I say. He opens the door. He stays in the hallway. Can I show you something? He asks. What? I ask. Come with me, he says. I follow him upstairs. To a part of the house I haven't seen. He stops at a door. He unlocks it. He opens it. Inside is a nursery. Pink walls, a crib, toys on shelves. Everything is dusty, untouched. Who was she? I ask. My daughter, Luca says. His voice was barely a whisper. What was her name? I ask. Sophia, he says. He walks to the crib. He touches the railing. She was 5, he says. My wife was pregnant with our second. My chest tightens. What happened? I ask. A rival family, he says. They wanted to send a message, so they burned my house down, with them inside. His voice was shaking. I was at a meeting, he says. I came home to ashes. Elena felt tears sting her eyes. I'm sorry, I say. I couldn't save them, he says. I was too late. He turns. He looks at me. His eyes are wet. That's why I can't let you go, he says. Because I see Sophia in Matteo, and I see my wife in you. I'm not her, I say. I know, he says. But I can save you, and that has to mean something. His voice breaks. He wipes his eyes. I'm not asking you to love me, he says. I'm asking you to let me keep you safe. I walk to him. I take his hand. Okay, I say. He looks down at our hands, then at me. Okay? He asks. Okay, I say. Something shifted in his expression. Relief, and something else. Thank you, he says. We stand there, in the dusty nursery, holding hands, and for the first time since I met him, Elena felt safe. The days change after that night. Luca is different, softer. He eats breakfast with us. He asks Matteo about his drawings. He teaches him chess. I watch them together. Luca's hands are gentle, patient. He smiles when Matteo moves a piece correctly. Good, Luca says. Now think 3 moves ahead. Matteo frowns. He studies the board. I sit on the couch. I'm reading, but I'm not really reading. I'm watching them. Luca glances at me. His eyes find mine. Something shifted in his expression. He looks away, back at the board. Your move, he says to Matteo. Matteo moves his knight. Luca nods. Smart, he says. Matteo smiles. It's the biggest smile I've seen in years. Elena felt her chest tighten. This feels dangerous. Not the violence, not the threats. This, the quiet, the warmth, the family. Because it feels real, and real things can be taken away. A week passes, then 2. Luca still leaves early, but he comes back for dinner. He asks about my day. I tell him small things, what Matteo drew, what Rosa cooked, what I read. He listens. He actually listens. One night he asks me to walk with him. In the garden. I agree. I don't know why. The moon is bright. The fountains shimmer. Everything looks silver. It's beautiful, I say. It is, he says. He's not looking at the garden. He's looking at me. I feel my face heat. Don't, I say. Don't what? He asks. Look at me that way, I say. What way? He asks. Like I'm something special, I say. You are, he says. His voice was soft. I'm not, I say. You survived, he says. That makes you strong. Surviving isn't the same as living, I say. I know, he says. We walk in silence. Our footsteps crunch on the gravel. Can I ask you something? I ask. Yes, he says. Do you regret it? I ask. Bringing me here? He stops walking. He turns to me. No, he says. Rico thinks I'm a liability, I say. Rico thinks everyone is a liability, Luca says. But he's right, I say. I'm putting you in danger. You're not, he says. Vince is still out there, I say. Not for long, Luca says. His voice was cold, hard. What does that mean? I ask. It means I'm handling it, he says. How? I ask. You don't want to know, he says. Yes, I do, I say. He steps closer. His eyes found mine. I'm going to kill him, he says. My breath caught. You can't, I say. I can, he says. And I will. That's not your choice, I say. It is now, he says. No, I say. It's mine. Elena, he says. He's my problem, I say. Not yours. He hurt you, Luca says. That makes him my problem. His jaw is tight. His hands curl into fists. I don't want you to kill him, I say. Why not? He asks. Because I don't want you to become a monster for me, I say. Something shifted in his expression. Pain. And something else. I already am a monster, he says. No, I say. You're not. I reach up. I touch his face. His skin is warm, rough from stubble. He closes his eyes. He leans into my hand. You saved me, I say. That's not what monsters do. He opens his eyes. They're wet. You don't know the things I've done, he says. I don't care, I say. You should, he says. But I don't, I say. The silence hung. He takes my hand. He presses it to his chest. I feel his heartbeat. Fast. Hard. You're making this difficult, he says. Good, I say. He almost smiles. Almost. We stand there, under the moon, his hand on mine, my hand on his heart. Elena felt something shift. We should go inside, he says. Yeah, I say. But neither of us moves. The next day, everything changes. I wake to shouting, loud, angry. I run to the hallway. Luca stands at the top of the stairs. Rico is with him. They hit the warehouse, Rico says. How many? Luca asks. 6 of ours, Rico says. 3 of theirs. Luca's jaw tightens. Where's Vince? Luca asks. Gone, Rico says. He planned it, then disappeared. Luca turns. He sees me. His face is hard. Go back to your room, he says. What's happening? I ask. Now, he says. His voice was sharp. I don't move. Elena, he says. Please. The word breaks something in me. I go back. I close the door. I hear footsteps. Doors slamming. The car starting. I run to the window. I watch the car leave. Elena felt scared. I go to Matteo's room. He's still sleeping. I sit on his bed. I watch him. Rosa appears in the doorway. He'll be fine, she says. You don't know that, I say. I do, she says. He always comes back. But what if he doesn't? I ask. Then we keep going, Rosa says. Her voice was firm, but kind. She sits beside me. She takes my hand. You love him, she says. It's not a question. I don't know, I say. You do, she says. I see it. It's too fast, I say. Love doesn't have a timeline, Rosa says. I barely know him, I say. You know enough, Rosa says. The silence stretched. What if he gets hurt because of me? I ask. He's been getting hurt long before you, Rosa says. At least now he has something to come home to. She squeezes my hand. She stands. She leaves. I sit alone, watching Matteo sleep. Elena felt something tighten in her chest. Hours pass. The sun sets. Luca doesn't come back. I pace my room. I can't eat. I can't read. I can't think. Matteo notices. He takes my hand. He squeezes. I smile, but it's forced. He's okay, I say, but I don't know if I'm lying. Night falls. The house is too quiet. I hear the gate open, then the car. I run downstairs. I don't care if I look desperate. The front door opens. Luca walks in. His shirt is torn. Blood stains his collar. His knuckles are bruised. But he's alive. Elena felt her breath catch. I run to him. I stop inches away. You're hurt, I say. I'm fine, he says. You're bleeding, I say. It's not mine, he says. His voice was flat. Sit, I say. Elena, he says. Sit, I say again. He sits on the stairs. I kneel in front of him. I touch his face. I check for cuts, for bruises. His eyes find mine. I'm okay, he says. His voice was softer. You're not, I say. I am now, he says. He takes my hand. He presses it to his cheek. I was worried, I say. I know, he says. Don't do that again, I say. I can't promise that, he says. Try, I say. He nods. Just once. Rico appears in the doorway. He sees us. He smirks. I'll leave you two alone, he says. He walks away. Luca stands. He helps me up. Come with me, he says. Where? I ask. Just come, he says. I follow him to his room. I've never been inside. It's simple. Dark wood, a large bed, no decorations. He walks to the bathroom. He turns on the water. Help me? He asks. With what? I ask. He starts unbuttoning his shirt. I look away. Don't be shy, he says. I'm not, I say. Liar, he says. He finishes unbuttoning. He pulls off the shirt. I glance at him, then wish I hadn't. His chest is muscled, scarred. A fresh bruise blooms on his ribs. Jesus, I say. It looks worse than it is, he says. That's a lie, I say. He sits on the edge of the tub. He hands me a cloth. Clean it? He asks. I take the cloth. I wet it. I kneel beside him. I press it to the bruise. He hisses. Sorry, I say. It's okay, he says. I work slowly, gently. I clean the blood, the dirt. His eyes watch me. I feel them. Why did you do it? I ask. Do what? He asks. Risk your life, I say. It's my job, he says. That's not an answer, I say. It's the only one I have, he says. I look up. His eyes find mine. You could have died, I say. But I didn't, he says. What if you had? I ask. Then you'd be safe, he says. That's not enough, I say. It is for me, he says. Something shifted in his expression. I don't want you to die for me, I say. Then what do you want? He asks. I want you to live for me, I say. His breath caught. He reaches out. He touches my face. His thumb traces my cheek. You're making this very difficult, he says. Good, I say. He leans closer. I don't move. His lips are inches from mine. Elena, he whispers. Don't, I say. Why not? He asks. Because if you kiss me, I say, everything changes. Everything already changed, he says. Not like this, I say. He pulls back, just slightly. His hand drops. You're right, he says. He stands. He walks to the window. I should go, I say. Wait, he says. I stop at the door. Thank you, he says. For worrying. Don't make me do it again, I say. He turns. He almost smiles. I'll try, he says. I leave. I close the door. I stand in the hallway. My heart pounds. Elena felt something crack wide open. 3 days later, everything falls apart. I'm in the kitchen with Rosa. We're making lunch. Mateo is in the garden. The front door slams open. Hard. I hear shouting. Men's voices. Rosa grabs my arm. Upstairs, she says. What's happening? I ask. Go, she says. I run to the garden. I grab Mateo. I pull him inside. Hide, I say. He shakes his head. He's crying. Now, I say. He runs. He goes under the stairs. I turn. Men flood the entrance hall. They wear black. They hold guns. I freeze. One of them sees me. He smiles. There she is, he says. He walks toward me. I step back. Don't, I say. He laughs. He grabs my arm. Vince wants to see you, he says. Let me go, I say. No, he says. He pulls me toward the door. I fight. I scream. A gunshot echoes. The man falls. Luca stands in the doorway. His gun is raised. His face is hard. Get away from her, he says. His voice was deadly. The other men raise their guns. Luca doesn't flinch. You're outnumbered, one of them says. I don't care, Luca says. Rico appears behind him. Then 3 more men. They all have guns. The silence stretched. Tell Vince this is over, Luca says. He wants the girl, the man says. He can't have her, Luca says. Then we take her, the man says. Over my dead body, Luca says. The man smiles. That can be arranged, he says. He raises his gun, pointed at Luca. I run. I don't think. I just move. I throw myself in front of Luca. The gun goes off. Pain explodes in my shoulder. Hot, sharp. I fall. Luca catches me. Elena, he shouts. His voice is panicked, desperate. Everything happens fast. More gunshots, shouting, bodies falling, then silence. Luca lifts me. He carries me to the couch. Stay with me, he says. His voice was shaking. It hurts, I say. I know, he says. I know. Rico appears. He presses something to my shoulder. I scream. Call Dr. Salerno, Luca says. Already did, Rico says. Luca holds my hand. His eyes are wet. Why did you do that? He asks. Because you're an idiot, I say. I try to smile, but everything hurts. You could have died, he says. So could you, I say. That's different, he says. No, it's not, I say. His jaw tightens. Tears fall down his face. Don't cry, I say. I'm not, he says. Liar, I say. He laughs, but it sounds broken. Stay awake, he says. I'm trying, I say. Try harder, he says. My eyes feel heavy. Everything blurs. Elena, Luca says. Look at me. I try, but the darkness pulls me under. The last thing I hear is his voice. Broken. Desperate. Please don't leave me. Then nothing. I wake to whiteness. Soft sheets. Quiet beeping. My shoulder burns. I try to move. Pain shoots through me. Don't. Luca's voice. Rough. Exhausted. I turn my head. He sits beside the bed. His eyes are red. His face is pale. You're awake, he says. How long? I ask. My voice is scratchy. 2 days, he says. 2 days? I ask. You lost a lot of blood, he says. He takes my hand. His grip is tight. Mateo, I say. He's fine, Luca says. Rosa has him. He's been asking for you. Elena felt relief flood through her. What happened? I ask. You were shot, Luca says. You jumped in front of a bullet meant for me. His voice was angry. But underneath is something else. Fear. You would have done the same, I say. That's different, he says. Why? I ask. Because I'm expendable, he says. You're not. That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard, I say. He almost smiles. Almost. How do you feel? He asks. Like I was shot, I say. Dr. Salerno says you'll heal, he says. The bullet went through. Missed the bone. Lucky me, I say. Lucky us, he says. The silence stretched. What happened to them? I ask. The men. Dead, Luca says. His voice was flat. Cold. All of them? I ask. Yes, he says. And Vince? I ask. Luca's jaw tightens. He wasn't there, he says. But I found him. What did you do? I ask. What needed to be done? He says. His eyes find mine. He's gone, Luca says. He'll never hurt you again. Something shifted in his expression. Guilt and relief. You killed him, I say. It's not a question. Yes, he says. Because of me, I say. Because of what he did to you, Luca says. I told you not to, I say. I know, he says. But I couldn't help it. His voice breaks, just a little. When I saw you fall, he says. When I saw the blood, I lost it. He stands. He walks to the window. I've killed a lot of men, he says. But I've never enjoyed it. Not once. He turns. His eyes are dark. But with him, he says. I did. Elena felt her chest tighten. Come here, I say. He walks back. He sits on the edge of the bed. I reach up. I touch his face. He closes his eyes. Thank you, I say. For what? He asks. For keeping me safe, I say. You almost died keeping me safe, he says. But I didn't, I say. You could have, he says. So could you, I say. He opens his eyes. They're wet again. I can't lose you, he says. His voice was barely a whisper. You won't, I say. You don't know that, he says. Yes, I do, I say. I pull him closer. He resists, but not much. Luca, I say. Look at me. He does. His eyes find mine. I'm not going anywhere, I say. Promise? He asks. Promise, I say. Something shifted in his expression. Relief, and something deeper. He leans down. His forehead touches mine. You scared me, he says. Good, I say. Now you know how I felt. He laughs. The sound is broken, but real. We stay like that. Quiet. Together. Elena felt safe. Dr. Salerno releases me 3 days later. Luca carries me to the car. I tell him I can walk. He ignores me. Put me down, I say. No, he says. Luca, I say. No, he says again. His voice was firm. I give up. I let him carry me. The ride home is quiet. His hand rests on my knee. I don't move it. When we arrive, Matteo runs out. He's crying. He hugs me carefully. I'm okay, I say. He shakes his head. He signs something fast. Too fast. Slow down, I say. He signs again. I love you. My throat tightens. I love you too, I say. Luca watches us. His eyes are soft. Inside, Rosa has prepared soup. She fusses over me. She fluffs pillows. She brings blankets. I'm fine, I say. You're not, Rosa says. You were shot. I know, I say. I was there. She smiles, but her eyes are worried. Luca carries me upstairs. To my room. I can walk, I say. I know, he says. But I'm not ready to let you. He sets me on the bed. He pulls the blanket over me. Rest, he says. Stay, I say. He hesitates. Please, I say. He sits on the edge of the bed. His hand finds mine. I thought I lost you, he says. His voice was quiet. You didn't, I say. I will someday, he says. Everyone leaves. Not me, I say. You say that now, he says. I mean it, I say. He looks at me. His eyes are dark, sad. My wife said the same thing, he says. I'm not her, I say. I know, he says. But I'm scared. Of what? I ask. Of loving you, he says. And losing you anyway. My breath caught. You love me? I ask. He closes his eyes. He nods. Yes, he says. The silence hung. Say it, I say. What? He asks. Say you love me, I say. He opens his eyes. They're wet. I love you, he says. His voice was rough, raw. Again, I say. I love you, he says. I've loved you since the moment I saw your bruises, since the moment you slapped me, since the moment you refused to give up. Elena felt tears sting her eyes. I love you too, I say. He stares at me. His jaw tightens. You don't have to say that, he says. I'm not just saying it, I say. I mean it. Elena, I love you, I say. I love how you protect Mateo, how you listen, how you're broken but still trying. I love you. Something shifted in his expression. Relief, joy, fear. He leans down. His lips hover over mine. Can I? He asks. Yes, I say. He kisses me. Soft, gentle, like I might break. I kiss him back, harder, deeper. His hand cups my face. His thumb traces my cheek. When he pulls back, we're both breathing hard. That was, he starts. Perfect, I say. He smiles. A real smile. The first I've seen. Yeah, he says. It was. He lies down beside me, careful of my shoulder. I curl into him. Don't leave, I say. Never, he says. We fall asleep like that. Together. Safe. 6 months later. The city is bright. Alive. We drive through it slowly. Mateo sits in the back. He draws in his notebook. He hums. An actual sound. I look at Luca. He's driving, one hand on the wheel, the other holding mine. You ready? He asks. Yes, I say. We drive to the coast. The ocean glitters. Endless. Blue. Luca parks. We get out. There's a memorial here. Simple. Elegant. 3 names carved in stone. Sofia Moretti. Maria Moretti. Baby Moretti. Luca kneels. He places flowers at the base. Mateo walks forward. He places a single daisy. He signed something. Thank you. Luca's eyes find mine. They're wet, but he's smiling. They would have loved you, he says. You think so? I ask. I know so, he says. He stands. He takes my hand. I have something for you, he says. What? I ask. He reaches into his pocket. He pulls out a small box. My breath caught. Luca, I say. I know it's fast, he says. I know we're complicated, but I don't care. He opens the box. A ring. Simple. Beautiful. Marry me, he says. It's not a question, but his eyes are asking. Yes, I say. Really? He asks. Yes, I say again. He slides the ring on my finger. It fits perfectly. He kisses me. Deep. Long. The ocean crashes behind us. When we pull apart, Mateo is watching. He's crying, but he's smiling too. Come here, I say. He runs to us. We hug him. The 3 of us. A family. I love you both, Luca says. His voice was thick. We love you too, I say. Elena felt whole. We drive home as the sun sets. The mansion glows in the distance. Rosa waits at the door. She sees the ring. She cries. She hugs me. Finally, she says. Finally, I agree. Dinner is loud, happy. Rico even smiles. He raises his glass. To the boss, he says. And his family. To family, Luca says. We toast, we eat, we laugh. Later, Luca and I sit in the garden. The moon is full. The fountains shimmer. Are you happy? He asks. Yes, I say. Are you? More than I thought possible, he says. He pulls me closer. I rest my head on his shoulder. I never thought I'd have this again, he says. Have what? I ask. Home, he says. Elena felt tears slip down her face. Me neither, I say. We sit in silence. Peaceful. Safe. Mateo appears in the doorway. He waves. Luca waves back. Bedtime? Luca asks him. Mateo nods. He walks over. He hugs Luca, then me. Good night, I say. He signs it back. Then he says it, out loud. Good night. Luca's breath caught. His eyes fill with tears. Did he just? Luca starts. Yes, I say. Mateo smiles. He runs inside. Luca stands. He lifts me. He spins me around. He spoke, he says. He did, I say. He sets me down. He kisses me. Hard. Deep. Thank you, he says. For what? I ask. For saving me, he says. You saved me first, I say. We saved each other, he says. Something shifted in his expression. Peace. Joy. Love. We walk inside, hand in hand. The house is quiet, warm, full of light. Rosa smiles from the kitchen. Mateo calls from upstairs. Luca squeezes my hand. Welcome home, he says. I look at him. He smiles. We're finally home.